Let's set up the hips. I'm going to put that in the group. Modify freeze transformation. I'm sorry, modify center pivot. I'm going to snap this to my hip connect joint. Now, my hip connect joint, let's select it. We have this here. We have our two leg groups, and we have our rot and our hip connect group. I'm going to affect this group right here. So I'm going to select this control, my hip rot connect, constrain, and we're going to do an orient constrain, and we want to maintain offset. Now I'm going to select this. I'm going to select my hip joint, my hip control group. Where is that? Yeah, I need to name this. Hip con group. I'm going to select this, my hip con group. I'm sorry. I'm going to select this. I'm sorry, I already did that. I'm going to select my move me, my hip con group, and we're going to do a parent constraint. Maintain offset. And now we can test this. Alright. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty. Now, part of me wants to, for the IKFK switch, well, no, we'll do it this way. It'll just take a little bit longer. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to set up the groups for my leg, and then I'm going to mirror that group over so I don't have to do it twice. So I'm going to group this to itself, modify center pivot. I'm going to group this one to itself, modify center pivot. I'm going to group this one to itself, modify center pivot. Group this one to itself, modify center pivot. And we're going to group this one to itself, modify center pivot. Now, we'll get back to these in a second. Well, we'll take these groups, 1, 2, 3, and we will group that to itself, and we will take this and snap it to, we'll snap it to the thigh joint. And let's go ahead and name these. That's RT ball con group. RT ankle con group. RT knee con group. I'm sorry, that's not my knee con. RT shin. This will be my RT group. Group. RT leg group. Alright, so I'm going to take this, group it to itself, edit, duplicate special, and then what I'm going to do is unparent that, modify, freeze transformations, and then we're going to rename all of this. So I'm going to go here, select hierarchy, modify, search and replace names. Now I'm looking for RT and replacing it with LT. It did it. And then we can take this group out of here. Good to go. Let's get rid of these two extraneous groups. Let's minimize this. And it looks like I still have a group there that's not doing anything. Let's fix that. Let's fix that one. And I need to name that group. Alright. So what we're going to do, and honestly, we're not going to need this one because we're doing a non-flip knee. And what we're going to do is the same thing we do with the arms. But let's go ahead and set up our IKFK switch first before we do anything else. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to name this IKFK switch. Minimum 0, max 1. And then I'm going to do the same thing here, modify. I should have did this earlier. Minimum 0, max 1. Okay, now what we're going to do is I need to load up all of my IKs. I'm going to do my right side first. And put it and create a set driven key. So set driven key set. These are all my driven, and this is my driver. What I'm looking to drive is my IK blend here. Right now this is set at 1, which means I set at 1 and I do this, and I come back and turn it off. This leg is now FK. Oh. And what we're going to do is IKFK switch, these three, the blend, and what I want, and I probably need before I do anything, I want this. What is my default value? Is it 0? Yeah, let's say it's 0. It's controlling the IKs. And we're going to hit key. Now when we go to 1, all of my IK handles are going to go to 0, which means it's going to be FK. And we hit key. So at this point, this moves nothing. It's moving the IKs, but it's not moving the joints because they're no longer controlled by it. I switched this to 0, and now it's controlling it. Understood? Now, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to select this. I'm going to select this, and I'm just going to do an orient constraint. I'm going to select this, and then my ankle joint, orient, this, my shin, orient, and really, this is going to be able to do it regardless because it's the last joint chain in that chain, so I can control it regardless. Its rotation is not being controlled by the IK, but I don't really want it doing anything when I'm using my IKs to begin with, if that makes sense. Here, this one, constrain, orient. We'll also do this one to here. There we go. And this one to here, orient. To get this to move, we'll do something in a second. So even if I control this one here, doesn't matter because it's being controlled by the IK. Now if I switch this to 1, it is controlling it, so that we have an IK-FK switch for our arms. Now very quickly, let's get this so that all of the FK controls move together. So I'm going to select this. Actually I need to select the group, not the actual controller. So let's go down here to my RT leg group, and I want my thigh group. Let's select, not that, that's the LT, I want RT. Let's select my hip, and then my RT thigh con group, constrain, and we'll do a parent constraint. Then I'm going to select my thigh bone, and then my knee control, constrain, parent. I am going to select my last knee joint, my shin control group, constrain, parent. I'm going to select my shin, my leg, and now I'm going to select my ankle group, control group, same thing. Now I'm going to select my ankle, that bone that's going from, and at this point, this is connected to here, so I'm going to have to select my foot connect bone, and then my ball con group, constrain, and parent. So that we have that. And then move with it. One of these is not staying with it, and it's this one. So we might have to do just a slight adjustment to that group because it's going down. So let's do that very quickly, and I'm going to let you guys go on break. We're going to select this, hit delete, go there. Now I'm going to take this group, this pivot point for that group, snap it to there. And then we're going to do it again. This, knee con group, constrain, and we're going to do our parent constraint. And then hopefully this will stay with it. And it's still going down. Why is that? Alright, take a break. We'll solve this.